Hello and welcome. I am Jenny, Twin Flame Ascension Coach. In this video, we are going to talk about the dark night of the soul and how to move through that in the quickest, simplest, most loving, peaceful, nurturing way. Okay. Now, if you find yourself going through a dark night of the soul, it's okay. You are okay. It can seem very intense, very dark, a very unloving time on your twin flame journey. And the twin flame journey is all about love. So what is this dark night of the soul that's happening? Well, what's happening is when you embark on this journey of true love, when you decide somewhere in your heart that you want a more loving experience, that you want true love, then everything that is not aligned with that true love that you are choosing in your heart, everything not aligned with that love comes up to be healed and processed and released so that you can align to the love that you're choosing. And sometimes there's a lot of stuff that comes up. And be assured that it just means that all that's coming up is coming up so that it can be replaced with the love that you are calling in. There is an end to the dark night of the soul, and that end is more love than you've experienced before. Okay. So how do you get through it? You know, it's okay if you're feeling sadness, doubt, loneliness, maybe even depression. All of these things are coming up so that you can move through them. And the biggest challenge in the dark night of the soul is that you have to feel your feelings through it. You know, that doesn't mean that you have to sit in pain. Absolutely not. But any of those hurt feelings that are coming up, you do have to feel them in order to release them, in order to love that place within you. And the good news is that we absolutely have a tool perfect for that. And that is the mirror exercise. I will put a link to the mirror exercise in the description that will show you step by step how to take each one of these feelings and love yourself there and give yourself exactly what you need to heal your heart so that you feel completely loved and at peace in that place. And you do that with every single one of these feelings that come up. And then you start to feel better and better, and you start to see yourself climbing out of that dark night of the soul. And sometimes the dark night of the soul can be brought on from unprocessed trauma. And if you're coming up against something that reminds you of a memory that happened when you were younger, when you were little, that you're hitting a wall that is holding you in that dark night, then you might want to take a look at trauma healing. And we have a program for that called Mind Alignment Process. It's a 12-week program that will, in the very first session, instantly have you feeling so much better. It completely resolves your trauma in the first session, and then over the 12-week program, you release everything that needs to be released so that you can make healthy choices going forward in your life with the trauma resolved. It's like 12 weeks of teaching you how to live without the trauma. It's a very powerful program. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. So now that we have two very potent, powerful healing tools, what else can you do in the day-to-day throes of the dark night of the soul and the upheaval that comes from all the healing work that you're doing during this period? Well, moving your body can do a lot to move the emotions around, to help you feel and expel. Yoga is a good way to provide movement that also has that inspirational, spiritual, heart-centered message that's like an excavation of emotion. That very much helps with the dark night of the soul. Meditation can help give you that safe and sacred space within yourself to process all of these emotions that are coming up, all of these feelings that are not aligned with love, so that you have a safe container to give yourself all that love that you need, that safe space in your meditation practice to address every single one of these things that come up. Another thing that really helps could be reading spiritual books or listening to audiobooks, watching movies. I found that during some of my darkest times in my dark night of the souls, it really helped me to have a book that I could read. For me, it was reading a book. It may be listening to books on audio, or it could be watching movies or TV shows that give you that spiritual gift, that spiritual teachings, or that spiritual upliftment. Especially on the twin flame journey, pulling out twin flames, finding your ultimate lover. Absolutely recommend that book. Another book that particularly helped me was Autobiography of a Yogi. And then also the Bhagavad Gita or the Mahabharata. Those are the ones that I particularly read during those dark times that really helped me through. So I'd recommend those. And then, of course, lots of books that I'll put a few more to recommend in the description as well. And then the next thing that you absolutely want to do during the dark night of the soul is take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Make sure you rest, that you get enough sleep. Make sure that you are eating proper meals. Because one of the things when all of these feelings are coming up and we're feeling the loneliness, the depression, the sadness, the dark things that are not loving yet in our consciousness, and we are feeling those, there can be a sense of getting lost in it. And in the midst of all the spiritual work, forgetting to take care of your physical needs as well, because you're so wrapped up in the emotional needs and the spiritual needs that come with this healing. It's very important to take care of the physical needs as well. Care for yourself. Give yourself time in your day or moments or activities that you do that you enjoy, that give you comfort, that give you a sense of enjoyment. And I know that it's hard to think about joy in the midst of the dark night of the soul, but doing something that feels good to you will help you through. And then the last point that I want to make is that it's so important to get support, get help. I'll put the link to my Ascension coaching. Get a coach. Get someone who can help you through the dark night of the soul, that can walk you through these tools like the mirror exercise, that can walk you through a meditation, how to create a meditation practice. Contact me. I can help you. I can see you through this dark period into a greater love, because that is what is on the other side of the dark soul. The dark night of the soul. On the other side of that is beautiful experience of love. This is a period of awakening. And you never need pain. You never need sorrow. But if you find yourself in it, there is a way through, and I can help you with that. So I hope this was helpful for you. Take care of yourself. Give yourself all of the love that you need. Get support. Use the tools that are available to you. And know that you absolutely will get through this. And you are not alone, not one bit. So keep loving. You are absolutely lovable. And you are worth every bit of the healing that it takes to get out of this dark space. I love you. And like and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.